my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. See the horizon turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them. To see the horizon turn us to thousands, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And
walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. Simon. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
All right. What is going on, everybody? Let's go. Let's go. Another crazy morning out here in the stock market. The SPY is actually exploding here at open, running up to 623.50. Very nice pop here on the opening first couple candles. This is looking fantastic here. Wow, let's go. Autumn, Craig, Myvies, Mr. Woo, Michael, Jake, Hunter F, Chill, Matt, Steve, Skylore, Marcus. Let's go. Yeah, these are some amazing runs here by the SPY. Overall, great pop here to the upside. Gotta love it. 623.40. What an amazing recovery here. Looking at the next resistance, I'm definitely watching 624 to 624.50. This is going to be a crucial range in my eyes. We can see there has been a few hits on this level in the past, which is a pretty big deal there, of course. Let me get my book map up here on the other screen really quickly. Going to be helping people with that today a little bit. Good morning, good morning. Jossie, what's up? Go check on Boeing here, one of our favorites, which is actually going quite green at open. Kind of a weird opening candle for Boeing. What's up with that? Kind of strange. Looking at our watch list, lots of stocks up in the green. BMNR leading the way. Bloom Energy is actually at the top of the watch list, 9.4%. Bloom Energy, explosive this morning, up to 2670. That's a pretty good jump right there. Go check JP Morgan. Someone's looking for puts here. All right, sorry about that. Answering some questions here. What's up with NVIDIA, Autumn said. NVDA. NVIDIA 163.50. Very nice push to the upside. My gosh. I guess since they were like just having such good action yesterday, you know, the continuation is very nice on NVIDIA. Wow. Broke out the new all-time highs. My gosh, that is awesome. 163.50 right now. NVDA, a lot of people were talking down NVIDIA a couple months ago, you know, while it was dipping towards 100. Now it's all the way up to 163. But a lot of people are pissed they weren't buying NVIDIA. Are you mad? It's definitely fair. It's fair. Man, what a good pop this morning, though. Pretty much just straight up. That is awesome. STLA moving nicely, BK said. There we go. Yeah, coming back to 1030. I was eyeing it up in pre-market. Nothing too crazy with it right now. Like it, though. I like it. Lucid. Yeah, let's go, Autumn. Lucid Motors. That's what we want to see. She says, you mad, bro? It did kind of sound like that, didn't it? What's up, Powell? Amit. Good morning, good morning. I do like the way BA is running, though. That was a pretty good pop. Initially, it opened there for Boeing. A lot of red and green candles here now, but still pretty great overall, I'd say. We had our live Q&A last night, so thanks to everybody that showed up for that. Always good to learn some new topics. Learn some more strategies out there. I know a lot of people aren't really into the advanced strategies, but it's definitely something that you should start looking at a lot harder. What happened to WKHS? I thought they were out of the picture last year. Workhorse, out of the picture. Let's see, WKHS. They might be short squeezing if we're being honest here. Wow, bouncing around $1. We've been seeing a few stocks move like this lately. Some of these beaten down growth companies have just started randomly popping out of nowhere. It's kind of funny. Yeah, Workhorse. Okay. Back to the SPY really quickly. 1 minute chart still looks great. Up to 623.80. 624 is on the horizon right now. That was quite the jump at open. That was critical. Broke through some critical resistance there. Pretty badass to see that. SPY actually traded through that whole range, which was perfect. If you were looking for a breakout of this range and, you know, looking for a move, that's exactly the one you'd want. But my word, it happened fast. Yeah, Workhorse, you know, people used to call that donkey horse here on the lives. Shout out to Cornish, wherever you are nowadays. Is there still any room to buy calls for SPY, or is it too late? I think it's a little too late right now, if I was being honest. This next 624 resistance is pretty large. I mean, I would expect it to hold up. If 624 didn't hold up, I mean, 624.50 would be where I'd say you'd have to, but I mean, there's always opportunity up maybe for the next like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, something like that, but I don't think I would try to really target much more because Well, after a few minutes, we'd probably be at 624.50. Yeah. It's one of those tough situations where you just don't want to chase. But there will be a lot of opportunities on the SPY today, though, that's for sure. There should be a whole bunch. Checking on Boeing again. Nice and green. Look at 228 overhead. Pretty large area of resistance. Be critical to break that. How's Tessie today? We haven't checked in on them yet. Rejected at $300 again. Uh-oh. They hit there in pre-market. They hit there at open. A lot of red coming in from that. Not the best thing to see for Tesla. How about the Mag 7 setup? Mostly green today. Makes sense, you know, with the way the market's running. Makes a lot of sense. Make sure we're destroying that like here. The faster, the better. As far as that is concerned. Craig agrees. There we go. Man, just broke through 624. 624.16 coming up. SPY's saying, hold my beer. All right, 624.50 though is where we gotta watch resistance. I mean, this is a critical level now. 624.50. A lot of strength, though. A lot of strength with the SPY right now. Crazy how it's moving around this level today. NVIDIA, 164. Gotta love that. Did I just see headlines that NVIDIA hit the $4 trillion market cap? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Maybe they did. Yeah, they probably did. I want to see the actual... Yep. It happened 3 minutes ago. Officially. Yeah. NVIDIA, I think that there's a lot of bullishness with the business in general with NVIDIA rather than just with like market cap headlines, but love to see the way NVIDIA is running. That is awesome. Fantastic movement there. 165 on the book map has 850,000 sellers stacked up. That's pretty big. Yeah, that was really just the main news there with NVIDIA, the $4 trillion market cap. I don't think I see any, like, specific news besides that right now. Yeah, I'm not seeing much. Yeah. Nope. Nothing too crazy here today. CoreWeave, it said it's the first cloud platform to make NVIDIA RTX Pro 6000 server edition instances generally available. CoreWeave. CRWV. Pretty big there. I'll screenshot this CoreWeave news really fast. They got the money to give out to us all. I know, right? I use NVIDIA GPUs. Maybe they could throw me a GPU or something like that. Amazon's recovering nice so far, Demir said. That's good to hear, actually. I didn't check back in on them today. They haven't really sparked my interest, but that's good to see. That's fire. Bounced around 218.50, 220. Very good compared to yesterday. Okay. Makes sense. That was a bad headline yesterday. Caused a lot of bad downwards pressure, but it's good to see him coming back now. I'm going to go check their news, just see if there's any Prime Day news again. Nothing that I'm seeing today yet. Yeah, it is, Charles. Yeah, Boeing did have a great move today. Let's zoom out on Boeing a little bit. 218 resistance is just broken on Boeing. Looking at the daily, man, I mean, they are just extending up and out. They didn't really gap up or anything like that. They're just having a nice move, but yeah, they're starting to really explode up and out of this range. The last time that they broke above this range, they ran all the way up to 267, which would be quite the jump from where they are now. That'd be another 16% move. And from the point of breaking the range, that would have been 21%. Pretty good. Yeah, Boeing. Very nice action. The daily looks awesome. Seriously, though, like, let's just zoom in on the daily a little bit here. Look at the last times that they broke this range. They had candles like this and movement like that for a little while, and then movement like this. So, pretty good instances of, we'll say, moving a lot higher than, you know, where it is today. Man, if it moves like this green arrow that's on the screen right now, that would be pretty badass. Again, not that it has to, but definitely something to look for. Boeing went nuts. I remember it at 200. Yeah, that was pretty crazy at 200. Consolidating like crazy there. I remember it a lot whenever it was down here. Like 150, 170. Look at that trend line I drew out on Boeing. Those trend line touches ended up being great buying opportunities. I know we talked about that a little bit on the channel, of course, and I'm sure people had hit it up there, but I doubt many truly bought and held till this point. But that's why we have it there. Oh, here's our favorite song on the channel here. At least of the free song. SPY above 624.50. Hey, no way. Holy shit. SPY got it done. Wow. Pretty good jump there on the SPY.
Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I
624.50. Jeanette said Tilray is making a comeback. Haha, good old Tilray. Yeah, they are jumping up again today, aren't they? They jumped up yesterday morning in a pretty similar way where they ran down for the first couple candles, then popped. Same thing today. SPY above 624.50 though. That's pretty big. Pretty big level. It got above there just slightly and actually turned over a little bit now. I might even call it rejection starting to happen there. Definitely more than we've seen today. That's a big level though at 624.50. It's going to be tough for it to truly hold above there in my eyes. Although I gotta say, the momentum today is out of this world, so pretty straight up. But it does seem that this is a period where we're starting to actually get multiple red candles in a row. We haven't really had that yet the whole way up this morning. There were not multiples in a row besides one time, and it looked a lot different than this. Could be a small shift. Steve says Meta, M-E-T-A, actually exploding past their high of the day. 730 resistance, just threw it like butter here. Meta, wow. My view said SPY is rejecting because of QQQ key levels. Let's go see the QQQ. SPY's on a key level of its own. QQQ at huge resistance, 557, of course. QQQ's well up and out as well, of course, but short term, 557, little double top action for them. I see what you're saying now. Both are at very critical levels. But yeah, the Nasdaq's pretty much at the all-time high. Just made 84% on my account on SPY calls. Whoa, very nice, Marcus. Glad to hear that. Let's go. Dubs in the chat for Marcus, guys. Dubs all around. That's pretty fire. Give you a round of applause even. And then I gotta say, if you made 84% of your account, just be a little careful. Don't be over leveraging, but love to hear that. Matt Kirkland bought 10 calls of Tilray Lotto tickets, up there around 20%. Nice. So they're up around 20% right now. Little lottery going on there. Okay. Sitting around 64 cents with Tilray. Looking at the daily chart, it's still extending up. Still extending out. Where's it going to slow down? That's the million-dollar question. There is this range right here where it could slow down. At the upper end of this box would be a big spot where I think it could slow down. Even at the lower end of the box, though, there is a little bit of like previous support, which is now resistance. So just keep that on the radar for sure. Thoughts on SoFi? SoFi can be nice. You can have really nice PA. Today, it's not the case, though. Pulling back like crazy, of course. Unfortunately, we drew out these boxes yesterday. That area ended up holding up as key resistance. Even this morning, that range held up as resistance again. So, gotta watch that area very closely around 2015. It's actually underneath 20 now. It actually worries me very bad with how it just kind of confirmed off of 20 and dropped again. I definitely would look at it more to the downside than the upside here, personally. That's some pretty wild price action. SRFM's flying. Let's see. SRFM. Surf Air Mobility. I've only looked at this stock a couple of times. Wow, it really is going, though. Surprised no one said it before today. SRFM, though, that is quite the runner. Now, it did slow down a lot. It started to turn over a lot the past, 10 minutes, but... yeah, SoFi looks pretty bearish here today. SMCI, Mr. Wu said. Super microcomputer. SMCI. A lot of consolidation. Going out to the hourly. Looks a lot better when you zoom out. It is in a pretty big range, though. I do see it getting up and out of this range, so it's not terrible, though, that it's in a range. Yeah, pretty good action back up recently. I like the way it's consolidating here. Kind of coiling. It reminds me of this range. Just in a smaller sense. Holding the lower end of that box, though, at 46 is critical. If 46 gives down, like these lower support areas right here that I'm circling, if these break, then you've got to shift. Gotta shift the PA. Apple can't catch a break, Charles said. AAPL. Lot of consolidation here around 208. Still watching for a breakdown. Personally, I'm watching 208 for a potential breakdown in the short term. Maybe it'll come into play, maybe it won't. For now, it's continuing to hold and bounce off that, so. With SPY moving higher, definitely don't look the best for me. But then again, we're just kind of waiting for it. Play the move once it happens. Talked about it last night with the book map. K Rose, hi, where do you think Avgo will go? To the upside? Or where do you think it will go to on the upside? Thank you. Let's see, Avgo. Where do I think it'll go to the upside? Oh gosh, it's at all-time highs. Gosh, it's like impossible to call where a stock's gonna run to on an all-time high breakout. I would probably say something along the lines of like 284 to 285 would be a pretty good target. If you were to truly get a breakout going here, you know, 284 would be solid. 280 is a very big whole dollar psychological level that I'm worried about here for Avgo. I would assume on the book map that Avgo has a ton of sellers there. They should. Anyways. Don't forget about the FOMC minutes report that comes out today. FOMC minutes is getting pretty wild. Maybe they'll show something about potential rate cuts or rate pauses coming in soon. Everybody's looking at when the Federal Reserve will start their rate cuts. Even Trump hits on Powell for it pretty much nonstop. Pretty funny. I find it funny anyways. Caught the Amazon move to PDH. Previous day high. Now that was a great move to catch. That is quite the move by Amazon to turn it around after those bad Prime Day numbers yesterday. Yeah, they really turned it around today. Very nice. I'm looking at some toys on there for my daughter. Looking for fun stuff like that. It's always sad whenever she outgrows her toys and then you have to get rid of them. Or may not get rid of them, but, you know, just like put them away or take them away or whatever. It feels sad sometimes. Is it just me that all the action was during the first 30 minutes this week? Then we went flat. Hopefully that's not the case today. You're right, though. That seems to line up perfect today. Save some of them? Yeah, we definitely do. My fiance is like really big into that. Thanks, I am so bad luck with Avgo, K-Rose said. Sorry about that. It's alright. Avgo can be a pretty crazy ticker. You know, it trends pretty well, though. It's trending up right now. I would try to follow the trend until it truly gives out. Yeah, I would say like 284 would be okay. This 280 level might be tough today, though, so any way to get through there could be the way to go. Bunny has a big drop. BMNR is done. It's still higher than when I bought it last time I was here last week. Sold it for $6 profit then. BMNR, big drop off today down to, wow, down to $69, $70 sitting right now. Broke well under $100, which is where we were really getting a lot of those bounces yesterday. So in the past couple days, sucks to see it under 100, that's for sure. Let's look at it on the 1 minute. I like how it fell under 100 and then even confirmed off of 100 right here. It fell under, then came up, bounced off again, and back down. So, pretty insane. Sucks to see, though, because, yeah, Steve says it does suck to see, yeah. I think it sucks to see, too. You know, just, you want to see some good PA out there, some fun, nice price action, and unfortunately, this one is not having that today. I believe they're halted, by the way. Yeah, they should be unhalting here any second. Wait. Oh, yeah, there we go. Unhalted. Did they unhalt and rehalt immediately? Probably so. That's funny. Wow. Starts to move up and just says nope. Dang, it's back down to where I sold it? Ouch, Autumn said. Really? That's where you sold BMNR on the way up? Wow. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The candles on it are going to get so wild. I don't get how it's not going to halt. Wow. Autumn bought at 22 and sold at 69 on that one. That's nuts. Tesla stuck. Very flat and choppy. Almost looks like the SPY from yesterday. They are kind of following this intraday trend, though, which is kind of cool. That's what I like to see. Meta through the roof, Steve said. META through the roof. It is up quite a bit. 736.50, okay. What's the next level on QQQ? 557.50 right now. I mean, it's at all-time highs. There's not really anything past here. 560 even would probably be where I would target. I would expect something to go on there. Once it approached. Maybe today, 558 overhead for the next intraday level for a hit. Tough to say there on the QQQ. You know, we're at uncharted territory where there's no established levels overhead. The only real thing you can do is just look at the book map and kind of look at whole dollar psychological levels. The book map shows some sellers at 558 and 560. So yeah, that makes sense. $560 is a good spot. Fab and Liz. I think it has to hit 560 because I have calls for that. I like that. There we go. I'd be pretty happy with that myself. Checking in on the banks today. Bank of America down. JP Morgan down a little bit from open. Not really down from yesterday's close, though. It's all right. They had two pretty red days there. SPY's now holding 624 as support. Look at it holding support there now. Pretty insane to see.
Inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own
I think it has to hit 560 because I have calls for it. Oh, I already read that one. I like that one, though. My mind keeps going there. Sorry, by the way, just answered some questions there for a second. Go check on General Motors and Ford. We've been checking back in on them every day, lately anyways, and, you know, we're seeing some okay price action, pretty good. You know, little green candles here, looking at, like, the daily. Ford is approaching its recent high pretty closely, but... App Lovin's looking good. App Lovin'. Steve said with the good core weave news, it sure is taking a dump. Yeah, it is. I thought the same thing. I thought they'd be doing a lot better here following open. That's for sure. Some people think it's kind of a joke, but Plug Power, PLUG, they are roaring back to life, aren't they? Looking at the daily, they are coming back very well. There was actually a big money play on this one from back in February of 2025. It's now coming back into play. Let me go check and see if they're still in this. Give me 1 second. Wow, they are still in this. And they're almost back to break even. The big money's still holding this. Actually, as of today, yeah, they're like literally at break even right now. That's pretty funny. Plug Power. Now, it would have been very hard to hold this one. If you did hold this to its low, like the big money did, you would have been down like something like 82% before it came all the way back. If it could have another green day like today, you're probably going to go up like 40% or something like that on this one. Wow, it's like at the same price the big money entered now. That's pretty nuts.
Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt.
Hey, Panda with some nice dubs this morning. Like to hear that. Bought mine a little later. Mine are up 50% right now on Plug. Wow. Beautiful there. Demir said Amazon's finally rejecting. Yeah, right at that high from yesterday, though, right? Yeah. Yep. That's funny as hell. Surprise, surprise. Such a nice resistance there. A beautiful level. BBAI is tanking, Brain Dead said. BBAI. How you doing, Brain? $7.17. BBAI definitely falling off in a pretty crazy way there. Falling down under key support. I imagine shorts are having a bad time, which could lead to more upside for Plug. Definitely, Charles. That's 100% something that we could be seeing playing out here. A bit of a short squeeze for sure. Now, I will say there could be an argument that it's been happening for a little while now. Whereas, like, you know, it might not be too crazy now, but... You're out of here. Peace, Demure. Yeah, poor BBAI, Brain. It is starting to tank off pretty hard. You think that it's going to form a lower high over here? Are we going to get a good lower high coming in here and a nice drop off? Or will BBAI be able to withstand the storm and continue? Personally, I'm leaning more towards drop-off again. I definitely am. Doesn't seem like the best move overall here for me. I'm being honest. Keeping it on the radar. That's good, that's good. Wolf is dropping off today. WOLF. I know that one's rough today, isn't it? Yep. I knew that this one was brutal. I was looking at it in pre-market, and it was down like 10% or something, and here we go. Yeah. Oh, no, this one's from the other day. Here's the current one. Here's the one from 2 days ago that I never refreshed the page. That's funny. Look at it. It says it's up 41%. Here's the one from today, though. It showed it down 10%. Bit rough. I always like this little market watch page. It's just tools, screener, pre-market. Nothing crazy, just, you know, very easy. But it, you know, shows you some bigger movers. I like to check it. Run pulled back at open, but they are running back up now, which is good. Keeping it going. Do you ever use FinViz? Charles said. FinViz, yes. FinViz is used quite a bit. I like FinViz. I don't use it a ton, but it is something that I like to look at quite a bit. It's not bad. I really like how they have the stats on the stocks. Like, they'll tell you the dividends and everything of that nature, which I definitely like a lot. FinViz. Go check the SPY. Started pulling back a little bit harder here. See if there's any news hitting or anything. Don't think so, but you never know. Yeah, I don't see any news on the radar that would have necessarily caused this drop-off like this on the SPY. Not seeing it. 163 is trying to bounce on NVIDIA here. Yeah, FinViz is awesome. I like it. Very nice website. Very resourceful. Craig said, I don't think that they like Elon's party. I don't either. Wow, oh, Tesla really sold off. Uh-oh. Now I see what you mean. That's pretty brutal on Tesla there, I gotta say. What time is that YouTube handle? What do you mean by that, Craig? Trump announcing more tariffs today. Be careful, everyone. Is he actually? Previous day low was your target on Tesla and it hit. Nice. Yeah, right around 294. Still going too. Tesla did a bit of a dead cat bounce, it looks like. Looks kind of rough. Honestly, there's a big support range coming up close to like 291 to 290. That would be beautiful for a test. Might not get down to there though. That's pretty far away, but pretty far away, if I had to say so. Check his Truth Social post yesterday. Oh, that's what you meant by YouTube handle. That's my fault, Craig. That's just his name. I was like, I thought you meant something about like the video from yesterday. That's so funny. He said minimum 7 countries in the morning, then more in the afternoon. SoFi kept tanking? Yeah, it did. Kept tanking down. Let's go, Robert. SPY dropping. Stay blessed, y'all. Let's go. Come on, Robert. Appreciate that. I'm not sure if you liked it dropping or not, but I appreciate the comment and the super, of course. Thank you, Robert. Let's go. It's a pop fly. Guess it does kind of look like one. What would you say Tesla looks like, Glenn? So my SPY put too early plus 57%, but you could have 2x'd it. SPY beat me to replacing my order. I know what you mean there. You wanted to move it at the last second? SPY back down under 623. Brutal, Autumn said. Really is. Now it's back down to critical support, 622.50. This area at 622.50 is huge. Look at where my arrows are pointing. This area was also essentially like the high from yesterday. I'm just going to say 622 to 622.50. Anywhere in that range. Very large support. Coda said no tax on tips. I would say that should include the super chat too, my view said. You know, that would be awesome. I don't know if you guys saw the actual news on the tax on tips things or not. I'm 99% sure. Now, don't quote me on this because, you know, the bills get changed and things like that. I could have sworn I saw that it was no tax on like the first 12,000 or something like that. Something of that nature. And then after that, there's taxes again or something. Couldn't quite remember, but wow, SPY just had another massive candle. 622 testing at the moment. This is insane. Yeah, gotcha, Chill. Yeah, maybe it was the first 25K. If you itemize. SPY puts going wild, Charles said. Seriously. They must be considering this pullback. My word. And they expire. Oh. But the cuts to the oligarchs don't. I like how you say the oligarchs. All right, let's go check Tesla one more time. How about Nvidia? Pretty harsh pullback with the market. Not quite as bad, it doesn't look like, but Apple looks like it's pulling back like SPY, though. Same with Tessie. These four all look pretty rough. Google, Meta, not quite as bad. Oh, excuse me. Microsoft down a little bit. Amazon, you know, with Prime Day and everything. A little disappointed in you, Amazon. Disappointed.
Like a Hellcat.
Could have tripled my SPY put, sold too early as well with a 67% gain. Feel you there, YouTube, but hey, you know, don't feel like that every day. Of course, you'll probably be able to say that about half of your trades in history that you could have made more. So it's gonna be something that happens quite often. I think Trump wants them to lower the rates. Oh, definitely. He posted something about it today. Let me see if I can pull it up. I think he said something about too late, Jerome. Here we go. He said anybody but too late. Anybody but too late. Our Fed rate is at least 3 points too high. Too late is costing the U.S. $360 billion a point per year in refinancing costs. No inflation, companies pouring into America, the hottest country in the world. Lower the rate, Trump said. Pretty crazy, right? He posted this. Who's that? Gary Player? Yeah, the great Gary Player. What did he do? Die? Oh, big birthday's coming up for Gary. Oh, I see. I wonder how old he is. That's funny. Trump likes golf that much. As he hangs new tariffs over Powell's head. Yep. I do gotta say, though, you know, while the tariffs have been delayed and everything like that, you know, it still hasn't caused the inflation to go up as much as they thought, so... They're proving DJT may know more than they do. Supposedly, all the other countries have lowered their rates. They better have, Jake. I hope we keep hearing more stuff about that. Bank of America down to 46.85. Yeah, it's going to suck for importers in the short term, that's for sure. Hopefully it gets real low. Those who are into long-term investing should consider XLV. It is on long-term trend line. I will expect it to go up in the coming weeks and months. Let's see. XLV, Select Sector Fund, Healthcare. You say it's on the trend line. I think I see the trend line that you're talking about. Yep, it is on the trend. It's not bad. It really doesn't look bad. You might have to be patient with it here on this trend line, but I like it, my views. Pretty good setup. I like the 130 support. I'm not a huge healthcare sector follower, so I don't necessarily follow the overall healthcare sector much. I'm not sure if something could be in the way of it going up. But at the end of the day, it looks pretty solid on this level from a charting standpoint. I always thought this song was funny. Shooting stars. Not a bad setup with XLV, I gotta say. Good swing potential there. Tilray up 13%. They actually kept pumping today. Who got the Tilray calls earlier? That was pretty funny. ORMP, Oramed. Oramed, Pharmaceuticals. ORMP bouncing off of 2. I guess with Medicaid cuts, healthcare loses out on that source of funding. People will skip meds rather than fork out their savings to make up the difference. Oh, hell yeah, Glenn. Apple's getting dangerous, Charles said. AAPL. It is. It's really failing to break through this range. It broke 215, got to 216, filled the gap on the daily chart perfectly and then said, see you later. It is getting dangerous. I'm definitely starting to watch 208 for a much larger breakdown. You could start to see some fun action with this one. You could try swinging puts down here. You can try waiting for the breakdown for a confirmation. Multiple different ways to go, but it is right there. Testing larger support now. INVZ, Christopher said. INVZ, Innoviz Technologies. Kind of rejecting at previous highs here at $1.65. Great action overall in the morning, but that failure to break isn't the best. We said VOR though. And METC, Vor Biopharma. We were eyeing this one up the other day. They had some good news with, I think, some of their drugs. It was a bit of a weird move, though. METC. METC seems pretty consistent here on its uptrend. I like the way this one's setting up. Could get a good $13 breakout today. Really not bad with METC. Whoa. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Give me 1 second. My daughter's going nuts out there. She's out there screaming her head off. It's kind of funny. Good thing I'm not out there. I'd be deaf. Tesla fell down to 294 today. I love the way it broke down. It looks like it's trying to make a secondary move back to the downside once again. Shout out to the missus. I like it. METC got a huge contract with the USA? Really? Let me pull up that news. Yeah, US rare earths? Wow, okay. That's nuts. I didn't know about that. I think mainly just price action here, Charles. Is your baby okay now? Yeah. She's okay. I don't even know why she was screaming, just going nuts probably. You know how that goes.
Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start looking as lost control. It's paradise with honesty.
Enjoy the ups and downs, Autumn said. Oh, yeah. It's going to be fun. We got her the tablet yesterday. Came in the mail, which was nice. Side note, I replaced my C7 2015 Stingray and all hell broke loose. Doors won't open, glove compartment won't open, dealership time sucks for me. You replaced the C7 2015 Stingray. So you replaced the Stingray with what? What? So like what's broken now? Oh, you replaced the battery. I gotcha. Yeah. Man, that sucks. Glove compartment. It has to be a bad battery that they put in. How old is your daughter now, Tom? Jeanette said. She is, let's see, 1 year and 8 months old. So 20 months, I guess. Yeah, 20 months old. She loves to run around. She's just like Boo from Monsters, Inc. If you guys have ever seen Monsters, Inc., she's exactly like that. Like, she can't quite talk, but she loves to run around and get into everything. Yeah, it's like the perfect age right now. It's funny because she'll get like, it's really cute whenever she's happy, of course, it's cute, obviously. But it's really also funny whenever she's mad. She'll be like, no! And like shake her head and like she'll like turn away from you so that you can't see her. It's so funny. Throws things sometimes. All right, SPY, what do we got? Down to 621.20. Man, really selling back down into that range from yesterday. Brutal. I'm definitely going to be watching for more downside action to come in. The problem is that while I'm watching for the downside action, we're probably going to get some type of bounce off support, maybe a retest before it goes lower. That's something that could play out, so something I am worried about there. But overall, I definitely still lean to the downside with the SPY more than up, especially with that sharp rejection there today. That was a pretty good sign in my eyes. Pretty good bearish signal anyways. My SPY puts are up 237%, Jeanette said. That's some dubs in the chat right there. 237%. Now that's what we like to hear when we hear percentages. No, it's always good to hear the nice, consistent ones too, but as we know, the higher the better, right? Higher the better. Wow, SPY. 621 is testing as we speak right now. It just got under 621.20. We'll see how 621 goes. Definitely seems brutal. Watching for more pullback for sure here. Zero DTE yet. Going to get out and jump back in with longer expiration. There we go. It is getting close to support, Jeanette. I think it's smart to do. Or heck, maybe even wait for a pullback back up or something. I don't know. Probably be pretty smart. Oh, wow, it's popping back pretty quickly. Okay. I guess it does like that as a little support, at least a minor one. Maybe like right here where it's just minor, then keeps the trend alive, but... Palantir action all the way back up to 140 resistance. Right back on the major level here. Hopefully we see a nice breakout ensuing. That's really what we want to see.
Life is happy, but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a ride.
Palantir, what a good rejection though. 140. That's rejecting pretty good. Citigroup not doing much. JP Morgan, Bank of America. Figured I'd look at them. Bank of America's pulling down, but JP Morgan's not really doing much today. That's been the fun one lately, though. JP Morgan to the downside for sure. All right. Go switch to the watch list here. Tilray, 18% now. Holy Tilray. Whoa. Tilray, 18%. That's pretty nuts. Tilray, 69 cents. That's pretty funny. Nice action on the daily. My word, Tilray. It's on fire lately. That's nuts. CGC getting it done in a lot slower of a way. Sitting around $1.26. Up 2.85%. Crazy price action out of these marijuana stocks here in the short term. Pretty nuts to see them moving in the way that they are. The MJ ETF's even at the top of my watch list here. Alternative Harvest ETF, kind of strange. Of course, we have Plug up there around 20% still. Nano Dimensions, 2.8%. With the market starting to fall, lots of stocks fell down into the red. BMNR is now down 46%. Oh my gosh, this is why you don't bag hold these crazy stocks. Right here. Someone's asking me for MicroStrategy levels. It's at a pretty big point right now. Zero DTE yet going out and jumping back in with longer expiry. All right, guys, we're probably going to call the stream there. I appreciate everybody joining up this morning, though. Let's go. Remember, the live Q&A was last night. No live Q&A tonight. It was last night. You can check it out in the hashtag event information or hashtag live event replays channel. That's what I meant to say. Live event replays. If you're a trading floor member. If you're not yet part of the trading floor, code Big Money is still active. Get $100 off the yearly, even if you have a monthly plan and you want to upgrade, just let me know. Also have some lifetime deals going on as well. If you're crushing it out there, you want to stay with us, definitely hit me up for those as well. But have a great day, Jeanette. Have a great day. Autumn, Sonia, Craig, Chill Ghost, Steve, Matt Kirkland, Glenn, Charles, My Views, Jake, YouTube handle, Robert Nixon, of course. Thank you, sir. Dollar, Jeanette, It won't let me scroll back anymore. K Rose. All right, have a great one, everyone. I hope to see you in the Discord. Mr. Woo. Let's have a great one today. If you need anything, of course, shoot me a message or email me, support@StockedUp.University. See you later.